Hello and welcome to Big Dash Knows. Big Dash knows what? New York Giants football. Let's go. The New York Giants lose again for the fifth time in a row, and this time we lose to the Carolina Panthers in Germany, 20-17. 20-17. Bright spot, the New York Giants scored more than 15 points, if you want to call that a bright spot. Bright spot, Jalen Hyatt got involved. Bright spot. Outside of that, no bright spots. There was a point in this game where we were being dominated by the Carolina Panthers. Could not stop the run. Chuba Hubbard, whatever his name is, running all over us. Running all over this defense. Bryce Young looking like the quarterback they drafted him to be in spots. And all this happened against the New York Giants. We gave the Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young this swagger back. The same Carolina Panthers that punted the season earlier this week. Got rid of their wide receivers. Got rid of them. They're making plays with Leggett now. Obviously, he's a good wide receiver. One of the ones they actually decided to keep. There was no get. But who's this Moore guy that was making plays? Who are these people that were making plays against the New York Giants? Who? It makes no sense to me that the New York Giants lost this game. Like, I understand why, but it makes no sense. The first quarter, 16 yards, 2 first downs. That was our stat line. 16 yards and 2 first downs. And the other thing is Tyrone Tracy was having a fantastic game. He did have a fantastic game. The fumbles, though. The fumbles, if you want to blame him for the interception as well, you can do that too. But you saw how this boy felt. You saw he's a young man. Let me be respectful. We saw how the guy felt at the end of the game. Did that play cost us the game in that instance? Yes, it did. But it wasn't his. He actually was the one that kept us in the game. Tyrone Tracy put the Giants on his shoulders and carried us for the majority of the game. We don't score these points if it wasn't for Tyrone Tracy. We get in the red zone twice and Daniel Jones throws 2 interceptions in the red zone. And we already know how priceless those red zone visits are. We don't have a lot of them. 2 turnovers. He did get a rushing touchdown. I believe he had like 190 yards on the game, if I'm not mistaken. No throwing touchdowns. But today was a perfect example. We're not listening to Mark Sanchez this time. We're listening to Kurt Warner explain to you exactly what the issues are with Daniel Jones. He just doesn't see it, or when he sees it, he's too scared to do it. That's Daniel Jones in a nutshell. I got issues with Brian Dable too. Brian Dable calling a flea flicker on 3rd and 2. In my head, it makes no sense. And then I watched the replay. And guess what? There was guys open downfield on the flea flicker. Not only were there guys open downfield for the flea flicker, you can see Daniel Jones on the replay look directly at Wan'Dale Robinson. And he didn't throw the ball. Some people will defend that and say, well, there was a safety. No. In the NFL, you don't get any more wide open than that. Pause. He was wide open. Daniel Jones had the time to throw the ball. So a lot of things happened. The wide receiver got open. The quarterback had time to make the play. The quarterback saw the receiver open. The quarterback decided not to throw it, and the quarterback got sacked. That's what we're dealing with. $40 million, this is what we're paying for. In any other business establishment, if you pay $40 million for something, it has to be better than that. But no, not for the New York Giants and some people in this fan base. They're okay with what they're seeing. Why? PTSD, Stockholm Syndrome, the Coughlin curse. It's not acceptable at the end of the day. As much as I have liked Brian Dable, as much as I thought that Joe Shane was making some smart moves with signing Dexter Lawrence and signing, Andrew Thomas to reasonable deals for the type of players they are, I can't keep overlooking all the bad stuff just for a little bit of good. And that's what a lot of people are doing. People will look at that first half and chalk it up just because Daniel Jones was able to succeed in a 96-yard drive in the third quarter. Or that might have been the top of the fourth. I don't know. And then, capitalize with another rushing touchdown. They'll see that, and then everything that happened before that gets wiped away. I cannot do that. I can't allow myself to do that. I can't turn a blind eye to it. I can't do it. I can't. And it's crazy to me that we're dealing with this stuff right now. It makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense. But here we are, the New York Giants at the bye week now, 2-8, mathematically out. Listen, and I said it on the live stream, the post live game stream. I don't care if Albert Einstein tapped me on the shoulder and told me we're not mathematically out of it right now. We are mathematically out of the playoffs. Out of it. Out of it. And the New York Giants before Thanksgiving, like I said last week in the rant that I had last week, we haven't even had our Thanksgiving dinner yet, and we're already talking about the draft. Season over, cooked, hibachi style, no leftovers. No doggy bag to take home. We are cooked and gone, period. It's not much. There's nothing more I can say about it, man. I wish I could break down this game, but my blood pressure will probably get too high. When I really think about this game and all of the miscues and the overthrows and the skip balls and the drop balls and the fumbles and the interceptions, let me calm down. Let me calm down. The New York Giants lost to the Carolina Panthers, who a lot of people thought were the worst team in the league. The New York Giants now lost to the worst team in the league. What does that make us the worst team in the league? We don't play the Patriots this year, so that's probably going to be the battle of the bums, and we'll probably be fighting with them for the first overall pick. That's what it looks like to me right now. That's what it looks like to me right now. That's what the Giants season looks like to me right now, and I just need to stop. Bye week is coming up. I think everybody needs a break. The players need a break to get healthy. The fans need to take a break to get healthy. But we won't, because what? We finally get to see Joe Shane in a presser. We finally get to see it, and I can't wait to see it. Hemming and hawing. That's what he said to a lot of the agents out there when he's trying to make these. Oh, he's hemming and hawing. I'm gonna see Joe Shane hemming and hawing for sure. For sure. We better apply pressure. Beat writers, apply pressure, please. And another thing, I haven't seen the post game from Brian Dable yet. I will watch that as soon as I finish recording this video. But I got a pretty good idea of what Brian Dable is going to say, and I'm really not trying to hear it. And if we get to Wednesday or Thursday, whenever they decide to have these bye-week meetings, and Brian Dable says, we're going to stick with Daniel Jones because he gives us the best chance to win the game, I might really lose it. But that's it, man. That's the video. That is the video, man. Shout out to everybody showing love and support. Yeah. I don't know what to say, man. I'm a loss for words. Again, don't forget to tune in next week. Also, we got the bye week show. Myself and a few other Giants content creators. Cop Pizzle, Sneaky G, TP Way the Giant, Born for Sports, the Juke also. And if I'm forgetting anybody else, I do apologize. We got a show going, and we're going to talk about a lot of things, and I expect we're going to bump a lot of heads. Pause. But it should be an entertaining discussion next week. Stay tuned for that. Once we have the date set exactly and the time set exactly, I'll put it up in the community post. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And from one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. Let's go.